Women's leadership has consistently proven to be a powerful force for positive change in the world, with female leaders sharing unique skills, strengths, and perspectives that are essential for creating a more equitable society. Despite the advancements of female leadership over the years, women continue to face numerous challenges in leadership positions, including gender stereotypes, bias, and underrepresentation. Understanding the importance of women's leadership is not only a matter of justice and equality, but also a critical step towards creating a better, more inclusive world for everyone. Today, women are stepping up and making their voices heard, while breaking down barriers and shattering glass ceilings along the way. The Leadership Development for Women course will provide participants with the tools to navigate challenges, gain confidence to lead, and motivate future generations. Additionally, participants will gain knowledge on the value of networking and mentoring for inspiring others to recognize their full potential as leaders. By empowering women leaders, we are not only creating a more equitable society, but we are also uncovering capabilities that will help to fuel business growth and innovation. Research has consistently demonstrated that when clear goals are associated with learning, it occurs more easily and rapidly. This course is designed to help you in the following ways. Understand the value of women's leadership. Identify common gender-based barriers. Recognize the presence of bias against women in leadership positions. Explore strategies and tools to gain confidence to lead. Navigate common leadership challenges. Identify the power of leadership networking. Determine ways to establish a strong leadership style. Identify ways to empower and inspire others using resources and support. Apply the principles of effective leadership to create organizational change. Leadership is a dynamic force that has the power to motivate, inspire, and guide people towards achieving their goals, as well as creating positive change in the world. It can be exhibited in many different contexts, including politics, business, sports, or community organizations. A strong leader has the ability to influence others and drive the business towards success. Effective leadership will set the tone for the entire organization. In particular, women's leadership in the workplace can be incredibly valuable. Research has shown that organizations with gender diversity in leadership roles tend to have a more positive workplace culture and perform better financially. Women leaders play a vital role in promoting a more equitable and supportive work environment. It's important that we continue to promote and support women's leadership at all levels of society in order to drive innovative solutions and inspire the future generations of women. Women in business are a powerful force. As executives, entrepreneurs, and leaders, women have brought their unique perspectives to the table and proven to be highly successful in these roles. Regardless of their opportunities and roles being limited, women have been involved with business in many capacities for centuries. Women began to enter the workforce in large numbers in the early 20th century. During World War II, they were encouraged to enter the workforce in order to fill the labor shortage that was left by men who were serving in the war. Although there were significant gains, it was not until the second half of the 20th century that women began to break down substantial barriers and receive greater access to leadership positions. Women are now a part of every division of the economy, making notable contributions all around the world. Despite challenges such as gender bias or the lack of access to mentorship still existing today, women continue to push forward and make their mark on the business world. They drive growth, innovation, and positive change. As more organizations recognize the value of diversity, there is an increasing focus on providing the resources needed for women leaders to succeed. The future for women's leadership is bright, and their impact will continue to be felt for the years to come. Everyone is unique, bringing their own valuable experiences and ideas to our collective understanding of the world. When we honor and listen to each other's voices, we create a society that is more diverse and inclusive. Marginalized groups have historically had their voices ignored or silenced for far too long. Women are among these groups that have been excluded from important conversations and decision-making processes. As women make up nearly half of the world's population, it is only evident of the powerful impact their experiences and perspectives can have. By amplifying female voices, we can benefit from these valuable contributions and promote gender equality. When voices are ignored, it can lead to resentment and frustration. If voices are not heard, then things cannot change. In turn, these responses can unintentionally reinforce gender inequality. Listening to female voices will promote feelings of empowerment and help address complex global challenges. When we want our voices to be heard, there are a few things we can remind ourselves. What I have to say is of value. My voice matters. I am resilient. I am not alone. It's important for me to speak my truth. I am not only standing up for myself, I am standing up for others. Imagine a workplace where every person feels heard, valued, and empowered to bring their full potential to work. That's the power of inclusive leadership. Inclusive leadership is a leadership style that seeks to create a culture of belonging. It embraces diversity, promotes fairness and equity, as well as fosters a collaborative work environment for every individual to thrive. This leadership approach recognizes that leadership is not only about the individual leader, but also about creating a welcoming and supportive environment for everyone, regardless of their gender, age, race, religion, or other characteristics. When leaders prioritize inclusivity, they create a workplace culture where women are respected and valued. Inclusive leadership is especially important to women's leadership development, as it will help to address the challenges that women leaders often face. Since women are often underrepresented in leadership positions and encounter bias, this leadership approach will promote an environment where all individuals can succeed based on their skills, not their identity. Some important components of inclusive leadership include open communication, fostering a workplace environment where open and honest communication is encouraged. Empathy, understanding the thoughts, feelings, and experiences of another individual. Self-awareness, having a deep understanding of how personal assumptions and biases impact interactions with others. Accountability, holding ourselves as well as others accountable for creating a culture that embraces diversity, equity, and inclusion. Continuous learning, seeking out new perspectives, and being committed to ongoing learning and growth. Behind every successful organization is a leader who has the courage, vision, and determination to inspire their team towards achieving exceptional results. Successful leaders are people who see beyond the present and anticipate future opportunities. They are dedicated to the success of their team and put in the time and effort to seek change. Leaders can come from all walks of life and be found in various industries. Although leadership positions have historically been predominantly occupied by men, more women continue to rise to successful leadership positions. While there are many qualities and characteristics that determine a great leader, gender is not one of them. Anyone, no matter their gender, can possess the necessary skills to become a successful leader. To effectively lead and inspire others, it's critical to have a deep understanding of the industry as well as the broader economic, social, and political context in which it operates. A great leader can adapt to changing circumstances and take calculated risks. They have strong communication skills that include empathy and emotional intelligence. Good communication skills are the key to building strong relationships with team members and fostering a positive and collaborative work environment. Successful leaders will also lead by example through their actions and behaviors, while staying committed to personal and professional growth. Ultimately, a great leader is one who is able to achieve their goals while also creating a meaningful impact on the world. Gender equity has the potential to transform people, organizations, and societies. Rather than simply treating everyone equally, equity focuses on addressing and correcting the imbalances or disparities between groups. It involves recognizing that people have different needs, challenges, and experiences, and seeking to ensure that they are given what is needed to succeed. Gender equity is incredibly important for women's leadership development, as it helps remove barriers to women's advancements, creates a more inclusive environment, and addresses historical injustices. When equity is not achieved, human potential is limited and systemic inequalities persist. While women have been historically excluded from positions of power and influence, gender equity seeks to correct these imbalances. Dr. Amara Mitchell has always been a passionate advocate for women in healthcare. As the chief of staff at the city's largest hospital, she had witnessed firsthand the challenges that many women face in a male-dominated industry. Dr. Mitchell knew that in order to provide the best care for their patients, the healthcare industry needed more female voices at the table. When a group of women in business invited Dr. Mitchell to speak at their annual conference on the importance of inclusive leadership and gender equity, she eagerly accepted. In her speech, Dr. Amara Mitchell shared her own experiences of working in a field where female voices were often overlooked or dismissed. She emphasized the need for leaders to actively seek out and include diverse perspectives, not just in the healthcare industry, but across all sectors. Dr. Mitchell also highlighted the importance of gender equity, not just in terms of pay and promotions, but also providing women with the support and resources they need to succeed. The audience was captivated by her speech, and many of them approached her afterward to thank her for inspiring them to take action within their own workplaces. Dr. Mitchell left the conference feeling hopeful that her message would help drive positive change and empower more women to take on leadership roles in their fields. If purchased, add corresponding animated wrap-up video from your video companion library here. Women in leadership roles are powerful agents of change. As the business world is continuing to discover the transformative power of women's leadership, it is becoming increasingly evident that this inclusion of women in these positions leads to greater success within an organization. Women leaders help to break down gender barriers and stereotypes to women's advancements, as well as drive innovation and collaboration. They contribute unique perspectives and bring a wealth of skills to the workplace. Through supporting women's leadership, we can work to maximize the potential of almost half of our population. In a world that needs innovative and compassionate leadership, it's essential to promote and encourage women's leadership to help shape a better future for everyone. Women leaders can serve as powerful role models and mentors, not only by challenging career barriers, but also by inspiring women of the next generation to do the same. Women in leadership positions demonstrate what is possible and can empower others to pursue their own leadership ambitions. Role models help us to build our confidence and identify our goals. They provide examples of achievements and behaviors that we can aspire to emulate. Role modeling is especially important for individuals in marginalized groups who may be facing systemic barriers. By seeing others overcome familiar challenges, they can gain the motivation that they need to pursue their own goals. Essentially, women leaders can encourage others to step outside of their comfort zones and try new things or take new risks. Mentors are incredibly important to have in the workplace. A mentor is an experienced individual who provides guidance and advice to someone who may be less experienced, known as a mentee. Similar to role models, mentors can offer insights on a particular field, as well as help the mentee in identifying and developing their skills and strengths. Women in leadership positions can act as powerful mentors and advocates for other women by providing guidance and support, as well as championing their achievements. They can also help their mentees by providing them with networking opportunities. Ultimately, mentoring is an exceptional tool for supporting the development of female leaders. In today's business world, having a team with diverse thoughts and experiences is invaluable. When individuals with different backgrounds and perspectives come together, they can bring a wealth of unique ideas and insights to the table. This is especially important in a workplace setting, as a team with diverse viewpoints is more likely to challenge assumptions, identify potential opportunities or risks, and consider a wider range of options that may have been overlooked. Women, with their unique experiences and perspectives, can help to make a significant contribution to creating a diverse team that leads to more creative and innovative solutions. Their diversity of thought can help organizations to better understand and fulfill customer expectations. Women may be more attuned to the concerns and needs of diverse stakeholders, including other women or members of marginalized groups. As a group that has traditionally been underrepresented in leadership positions, women bring alternative perspectives that are necessary in identifying hidden areas and uncovering new opportunities. A collaborative approach to leadership is the key to unlocking a shared potential of teams that may not be achieved through individual efforts alone. Teams that are led by collaborative leaders tend to have higher levels of employee engagement and greater productivity. In today's rapidly changing business environment, a collaborative approach is particularly effective for adapting quickly and responding to emerging challenges. Without this approach, employees may feel disconnected and undervalued. They may feel as though their ideas are not being heard or valued, which will often lead to a lack of motivation. Women in leadership often bring this collaborative approach, which emphasizes the importance of communication, inclusivity, and teamwork. They recognize the value in building partnerships while empowering others to contribute their expertise. Women leaders tend to be very skilled at aligning their team around a common goal and creating a sense of shared purpose. The encouragement of collaboration will not only help to empower every team member, but it will create an environment that fosters productivity and success. There are many ways that women may use a collaborative approach to leadership, including encouraging open communication with the team, building strong relationships with team members, seeking diverse perspectives, ensuring that all voices are heard and considered, recognizing and rewarding team successes. Women's leadership brings a valuable perspective to the workplace that is rooted in empathy and inclusivity. Empathy, the ability to understand and share the feelings of others, is particularly beneficial in leadership because it allows leaders to connect to their team members on a personal level. It involves experiencing another person's emotions from their perspective, or rather, feeling with the person. When leaders are empathetic to those around them, they are able to address the concerns and needs of others. Once these needs have been recognized, leaders can then provide the necessary resources and support to help them succeed. Empathetic leaders are excellent for creating a sense of belonging and trust within the team. Women leaders tend to possess higher levels of emotional intelligence and empathy. They are typically more emotionally expressive and focus on a people-oriented approach to leadership. By leveraging interpersonal skills and emotional intelligence, women leaders can create inclusive work environments. Empathetic individuals relate to the emotions, experiences, and perspectives of their team members, regardless of their backgrounds. When people feel this sense of psychological safety, they will often feel more welcome and included in their environment. Inclusivity and empathy will not only create a work culture that is more efficient, but one that is more fulfilling and meaningful for every team member. A company's reputation is an important asset that can impact its financial performance and long-term success. There are many factors that contribute to building a successful reputation for a company, including its products, plans, and people. The positive influence of women's leadership on a company's reputation is undeniable. Women in leadership positions will often serve as a driving force of progressive change. They can demonstrate that the company promotes and values workplace diversity, which is incredibly important for a company's image and appeal to a wider audience. Female leaders are often known for having strong communication skills, being empathetic, and other important traits in building a positive workplace culture. The culture of a company will have a significant impact on its reputation. A positive workplace culture is one that prioritizes employee well-being, collaboration, and a sense of shared purpose. When employees feel as though they are valued and supported, they are more likely to be engaged and productive with their work, leading to better business outcomes. Having a positive workplace culture will also help to attract top talent, which can help to enhance a company's reputation as an employer of choice. Lila had just been appointed as the new creative director of a well-known brand in the fashion industry. After entering this position, she quickly realized that the company's designs had become stagnant. Since the designs were no longer resonating with their target audience, Lila knew that they needed to take a new approach. When she brought this problem to the attention of her all-male design team, they were hesitant to try any new ideas. Lila felt discouraged from this and decided to turn to her mentor, Maggie. Maggie was a successful woman in the fashion industry who had faced similar challenges throughout her career. She encouraged Lila to embrace her unique perspectives on design and to use her diverse experiences to push the company forward. After hearing these words of encouragement, Lila started by collaborating with her team to gather their insights. She wanted to make sure that everyone felt heard and valued. She also reached out to other women in the fashion industry and invited them to share their thoughts on how things could improve. With Lila's lead on this upgrade, the team had begun generating fresh ideas and designs that appealed to a wider audience. As a result of these inclusive designs, the company's reputation improved and sales began to rise. Lila's collaborative approach and use of mentorship had helped to inspire the team to embrace new perspectives and ideas, while providing the value of women's leadership into her fashion industry.